Hey everyone, someone close to me made a comment that I didn't really like and really hurt my feelings, and so I want to share with you kind of like what I told this person. So growing up, like my mom constantly criticized me for, oh, your hips are getting big, your butt's getting big, you're getting fat. Like she would criticize me a lot, and I wasn't even like that, yeah. And then I just felt like there was a barrier to love, and the barrier was I had to look like what my mom wanted me to look like. And if I looked like how she wanted me to look like, then she would love me, she would accept me, she would be happy with me. But nothing was ever good enough for her. It's I didn't get straight A's, so that wasn't good enough. Oh, your brother got straight A's, It was just really hurtful. And then so I thought there was some kind of barrier to love, that the only way you could be loved is if you performed and you fit into this mold of how you wanted others, how others wanted you to be. And so it was a lot of pressure. And it was just we didn't grow up rich, so it was okay, I couldn't afford certain kinds of clothes when my mom would make me clothes, and then it was I don't know, it was just barriers and barriers of these ideas of I had to be this so that I could be loved. These pressures that I felt from society, from my mom, from friends, from media, to be a certain way. If I could just, take perfect Instagram photos and then I'll get enough followers. If I look a certain way, then someone will love me. And I just, oh my god, I just remember my ex at one point, very many years ago, he was just oh, why don't you get plastic surgery and dye your hair blonde? And he basically wanted me to look like a bimbo. And it just reaches really deep into the abyss of my soul and my heart. Just these pressure that people feel to be perfect in this society. And I'm guilty of looking at celebrities. I'm guilty of looking at movie stars and thinking wow, they look so good. They look so good in that dress. I want to put on makeup like that. I want to have my hair perfect like that. But at the end of the day, it's that's not what love is. Love is about loving the person for their soul and their heart, and not just their looks, their body. That is all completely vain and stupid. And I feel emotional connection is what people really need nowadays. It's not just looking the part. In fact, I feel sometimes looking the part can actually be a hindrance to true connection, to being vulnerable, to being honest, to crying in front of that person, to be mad, to be sad, to be whatever you're feeling. We live in such a society of perfection that we show people what they want to see, oh, okay, like, I'm better than you because I have perfect Instagram photos, or I'm better than you because I can afford this kind of vacation. Whatever we're trying to show to the world, like, is that your truth? Are you actually smiling and happy and jumping around every single day? Or are you struggling? Are you depressed? Like, are you sad? Are you crying your eyes out at night? Like, what do we show the world, right? And like just really digging through my whole life of, I have to look this way. Oh, my hips are too big. My butt is too big. My this and that. Oh, double chin. Like all of these things that made me feel inadequate, made me feel like I wasn't good enough, and that I wasn't enough for love, and that I needed to have a mask on and some kind of face on, right, to be loved. And we are so guilty of this as a society that we are just like, hey, you need to look this way. Oh, this is Instagram worthy, and everyone taking perfect photos. But what the fuck is actually going on in your life? Like, what are you crying about at night? Like, like, what is, like, keeping you up at night? What are you thinking about? Are people talking about this? No. No one's saying, like, no one's talking about it. Like, no one's just being vulnerable and saying, like, yeah, this is the kind of fight I had with my boyfriend. This is what's on my mind. I'm thinking about my ex. Like, I'm mad at my ex. Like, I am mad at my parents. Like, I'm sad about people dying in my life, which, yes, that has happened to me recently. But, like, and then we joke about things. Like, instead of just saying how we feel, we joke about things to brush off how we actually feel. Like, and yeah, I was just like really vulnerable, and I said, like, the reason this hurts is because all my life I have been criticized, right, for my looks, because especially in Asian culture, it's just like, you need to look stick skinny. Like, you have to look like a BTS star. It's like, no, that's not realistic. And a lot of them get plastic surgery. Like, most Korean stars get plastic surgery. So I'm just getting to a point where it's like, yeah, let's take off all the masks. The emotional masks, the physical masks. This is how I am. I don't like to wear tight clothing all the time. Like, I like to be comfortable. I don't like to put on makeup all the time. I like to be comfortable. I don't, like, want to do that. And, but at the end of the day, we all just want to be loved for who we are. Not what we front, not what we have, not the abs that we have. Like, do you love my soul? That's what I'm asking, dude. Like, and we need to question ourselves as a society and look at what we're watching, right? So anyways, that's all.